What's going on? Tripp Kramer here from trippadvice.com. On today's video, let's talk about how do you make love to a woman and what does that even mean? I feel like it sounds kind of silly to even say it out loud, but I do believe it is something important to know so you understand how to get physical and intimate with a woman and really know what you're doing and to be able to have the type of sex where you guys are connecting on a deeper level. So let me give you some tips on that today so you actually have a really great variety of understanding of getting physical with her when you guys are together. And real quick, I want to let you know I do have a program called 33 Magic Moves that teaches you 33 different moves that you can do with a woman in the bedroom, and it is created by me and a sex expert where we actually tell you all the different moves, and there's even some demos involved too, so you can see exactly, well, how do you do these moves in the bedroom? So check that out. There's a link down below. It's called 33 Magic Moves. But let's get into it. Okay, so we're talking about how do you make love, which basically means how do you have a more sensual experience? Okay, because there's a time and place to have different varieties of sex with a woman, right? It might be sensual, lovemaking, like we're talking about on this video. It also might be rough and fast and intense. But when it comes down to actually having a sensual experience with a woman, everything is about going slow and being in the moment with her. What's cool about this too, by the way, is this is going to help you with premature ejaculation. A lot of guys do the opposite and they say, okay, I'm with a woman, like let's just boom, 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 let's go for it. But that is going to potentially make you finish too early. So this is going to have that benefit as well. So again, we're talking about going slow and being in the moment with her. So this is all going to be about your breath. Okay, this is kind of related to tantra or tantric work. If you want to learn more about that, you can obviously Google that. But here's the basic idea of this: it's like meditating, but during sex, where you guys are together and you're breathing slow, which is allowing you to be present when you guys are doing the deed. Now, along with this, when you guys are moving slow and you're really taking your time, and this can be in the foreplay, but this can also be when you guys are actually having sex. But when you're doing this, you want to also use the power of eye contact. Okay, so this is another technique to make it more sensual and make it more lovemaking, is eye contact. Let me tell you something. A lot of guys are really scared to do this. A lot of women are too. I believe that it is really hard to be able to look someone in the eye, even when we're just having a conversation with them and it's not something of this intimate act. But I assure you, whether you're looking at a person in the eye when you're talking to them in a regular conversation at a coffee shop or during lovemaking, you're going to intensify the connection between you two, especially, of course, when you guys are having sex. So it's not like you need to be looking her deep in the eye, staring at her like it's a death stare the whole time, but you do want to have some soft eye contact. When I say soft, I just mean your eyes are kind of soft and not like intense like this, all right? So that means that you guys are looking at each other while you're having sex. And also, there's sometimes during foreplay where you can also try to see, depending on where she's looking, if you can make eye contact as well. This helps establish a connection between you two and makes her feel less of an object and more of a person that you are with. So, to kind of give you a summary, but there's still more to go here. We're going slow. We're breathing. We're giving really good eye contact. And then also, it's kind of like what you do with your hands too, okay? So there's ways that you can use your hands where it can be more sensual. So think soft touches when you guys are having sex, maybe in missionary position. Also think firm grabs. And I know that sounds like, wait, that sounds a little rough though. I'm confused. But no, this is going to be still more sensual. So imagine you're going slow, you're breathing, you're looking at her in the eye, and then one of your hands is just kind of firmly grabbing her thigh, for example. Or even, to intensify it more, maybe one of your hands is interlocked with hers, and you guys are holding hands during this process. Again, we're talking about creating a sensual, connected moment between you and her. So that's why we're using all different parts of our body to get to that point. One thing I might stay away from is too much of the dirty talk, okay? that is going to be a little bit more for your kind of rough, fast type of sex. With this, I would stay away from talking altogether, to be honest with you. I think if you say things to her that are like really intense, especially when you guys first met, like I really like you, or I love you, or you're so beautiful, I think that's getting a little bit more into beta territory. It's like we don't need to use our words to show interest. We're already doing it through our actions. So less is more when it comes to using any kind of phrases or any kind of talk when you guys are going through this process. That's my opinion, take it or leave it in terms of that. A lot of people might think differently, but I really think you should stay away from that as much when you guys are in this intense moment and let the physical side instead of the verbal side take over more. Now you can get a little bit borderline into the rough part, but let me give you an example, okay? So we can take one aspect of making it a little bit more rough or intense, and what we can do is we can take our hand and we can kind of push it through the back of her head and get really to her forehead and kind of lightly take a little bit of hair. And you're not going to yank it or pull it. You're kind of just going to be there with it as if you're kind of like grabbing the back of her head, but not too hard, but just hard enough where you have a little bit of a chunk of hair. And again, we're just going to kind of hold it there. This is going to make it a little bit more intense and increase the passion. Okay, so we do want some of that passion in there. We don't want to be too soft, but still understand that even if you have like a hard grab, like I was saying, like on the thigh, or you have some sort of kind of grasp in the back of her head, keeping eye contact, moving slow and breathing, you're going to create this intense experience for her, okay? There is nothing like being super present with the woman that you're with to really intensify this experience. And you can use some of the techniques that I just gave you to implement and get to that point. What I would do is, from what I said here, is because it can get a little bit overwhelming, take one of these ideas and implement it the next time you're with a woman, okay? Of course, I know a lot of guys might be watching this video and go, man, I'm not even at that point. Well, that's fine too. You can always look at more videos here on the channel to get you to the point where you're meeting more women. But still, understand that take one of these concepts and implement it so you're not feeling so overwhelmed. Come back to this video, use another technique, and then implement it, okay? That can help you with a more sensual experience. Of course, if you want to learn more moves to increase the sensuality and also some moves that can be rough and fun, you can check out 33 Magic Moves, which is a program that I created alongside a sex expert telling you all the different moves to have an amazing experience with your woman in bed. Check out the link down below where you can get that if you want to learn more. At the very least, take some of this, use it. I hope it works, and I'll see you on the next video.